Warriors, take charge of your battle stations, as this is going to get fierce. It has been a long war, running long for ages and still continues to surprise many. Battles that are debated by generations and the flames of rivalry that refuses to die down. It is just not about who wins, but much more beyond that. Hello everybody, my name is Kedar.
My name is Satyam.
And myself, Samarth.
We welcome you all to the Sports Duels. Sports rivalries, those go beyond scoreboards.
On each episode of this podcast, we take you through different eras of sporting rivalries. Duels which are etched on the walls of history. Battles which are discussed across generations. And where feuds go beyond the field of play.
Today, on the first episode of the Great Sport Duel, we take you through one of the most hateful, unfiltered, fierce, competitive and decorated sport rivalry across the globe. The Northwest Derby of arch rivals, Liverpool FC and Manchester United.
So let's dig into how it all began. United Kingdom, as we all know, was the pioneer of industrial revolution in Europe. It all began in 1800s. Cities which are literally just 30 miles away from each other spearheaded the industrial revolution in their own ways. During the time, Liverpool established itself as a major port of trade, controlling the ins and outs of material for industrialization, whereas Manchester was more populous. Spearheaded the industrial revolution by establishing itself as the textile industry hub of the world. Both the cities were essential to the success of the revolution. But the dent in their relationship occurred in 1894, when the merchants of Manchester completed the Manchester Ship Canal, which meant the ships can now dock directly into Manchester, bypassing Liverpool, and thus establishing its supremacy of industrial powerhouse. The merchant ship, a symbol of its shrewd political decisions, can be seen on both Manchester United's and Manchester City's emblem even today. This economical rivalry, which started then, transcended on the field of sports and thus began a never-ending hateful rivalry between Liverpool FC and Manchester United, which were formerly called as Newton Heath LYR, Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway. Two of the major counties of Manchester formed a part of New Heath. This was the beginning of Northwest Derby, which in years to come transcended beyond sports to political, economical, and radical ideologies.
Throughout the ages, these radical ideologies and their differences became the central premise for the club to develop its culture, tradition, and spirit. Not only did the club adapt these ideological differences, but it helped shape the loyalty of their fans. Liverpool's anthem of "You'll Never Walk Alone" and Manchester's anthem of "Glory, Glory, Man United."
Glory, glory, Man United! Glory, glory, Man United! Glory, glory, Man United!
As symbolic of their ideologies, Liverpool FC, the club, and its fan base philosophy put emphasis on collective spirit, identity, and unity. Rightfully, the Anfield, home stadium of Liverpool FC, is called the fortress in footballing circles.
Yeah, I remember. Arsene Wenger, the previous manager of Arsenal FC, once made a statement about Anfield, stating, "The only place you don't want to go is to Anfield." If Liverpool have changed games in Europe, for a big part it's down to Anfield. He called Anfield a stadium with a soul.
While for the Manchester United, over the years adapted a direct philosophy of attack to win, global dominance and never give up approach. They always prepared for glory no matter what scenario. Rightfully so. The Old Trafford, home stadium of Manchester United, is termed as the theatre of dreams. Liverpool's working class route contrasted with Manchester's industrial legacy. The historical differences In the football ideologies between these clubs reflect their unique identity, managerial philosophies, and cultural ties. While Liverpool has evolved towards high intensity collective play, Manchester United has a balanced, rich tradition of attacking football with a focus on individual brilliance and global preference.
Well, of course, these ideologies have their impact on football field across different eras. Each of these teams had their share of dominant phases in football. Both Liverpool and Manchester United were relegated in the second division of English football in 1954 and 1974, respectively. Other than this setback, by the 1960s and the 70s, both clubs were at the peak of English football, winning multiple leagues and European trophies. Despite Manchester's economic growth, Liverpool dominated English football during the 1970s and the 80s, capturing 19 major trophies in 70 years under the stewardship of Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan, and Kenny Dalglish. This successful run for Liverpool was halted by the legend of Sir Alex Ferguson and his Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, I remember Sir Alex Ferguson making a bold statement about his early days at Manchester United. He said, "My greatest challenge was knocking Liverpool right off their fucking perch." And you can print that. Like, can you imagine, guys, saying this in front of the press? Absolutely bold approach.
Yeah, he was determined to bypass the Reds, and after picking up 21 major domestic honours through the 90s, United secured their 19th league title in 2011, finally knocking Liverpool off their perch. The Red Devils then went on to make it 20 two seasons later, thanks largely to the contribution of Robin van Persie, who played a huge part in his side's 2012-13 title-winning campaign. This would also be the final season for Fergie, and to the amazement of all, United have not won a Premier League title since, whereas Liverpool have risen from their downtime to win the Champions League in 2019 and the Premier League in 2020. Both teams still look for each other when their new campaign fixtures are announced, despite both sides falling behind the on-field superiority of Manchester City in recent years. The intensity of the rivalry has not diminished and probably never will.
Liverpool achieved their greatest success under Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley in 1960s till 1980s. Both these managers built on local community sentiment of unity, collective play and high intensity into their footballing style. Liverpool over the years have always maintained strong team ethics, tactical discipline, high pressure and attacking and clinical finishing styles of football. Also seen in the recent years under Rafa Benitez and Jurgen Klopp, both these managers are credited with the winning Champions League for Liverpool.
Yeah, I remember there's even a term for the pressing style of Liverpool developed under Klopp. Gegenpressing, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, of course, it's a German word. So you won't get it for the first time.
Yeah, and the player who best displayed the style of play were Kenny Dalglish, Graham Souness, Steven Gerrard, Robbie Fowlers, and most recently, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Virgil van Dijk.
And yeah, while talking about Liverpool, you simply cannot forget the contributions of Luis Suarez and Fernando Torres in their attacking style of play.
Exactly. Talking about eras, how can you forget the success of Manchester United achieved in domestic competitions under the great Sir Matt Busby?
Oh yeah, the Busby Babes. Sticking to their roots of promoting young talent and nurturing individual brilliance while playing attacking and free-flowing football. Utilizing the speed of wings for counter-attacks has been the foundational roots of Manchester United under Sir Matt Busby and even Sir Alex Ferguson for that matter. This club have seen some of the most iconic players of world football. Cristiano Ronaldo, the legendary captain of Roy Keane, Sir Bobby Charlton, George Best, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Wayne Rooney, to name a few. And of course, Wayne Rooney's hatred for Liverpool is well documented as he was an Evertonian.
And you know, Kedar and Samarth, the club rivalry has transferred to individual rivalries as well. The debate about who is better between George Best or Graham Souness, Steven Gerrard or Paul Scholes, Nemanja Vidic or Fernando Torres, Patrice Evra or Luis Suarez. Also the controversial rivalry in football punditry of Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, who both were average players of their club, to be honest. But these rivalries still go around the pubs in the northwest England. Matches between the two sides were often crucial in deciding league titles. The most iconic match I remember is 1977 FA Cup final, which added to this rivalry. It can be completely different podcast on the iconic clashes between the two clubs, I guess.
As per 11 versus 11, the Northwest rivals have played a staggering 242 times across both domestic and European competitions, dating back to 1894. Manchester United hold the edge in the head-to-head with 91 wins compared to Liverpool's 81. However, Liverpool have dominated the fixture in recent years, winning 5-0 and 7-0 in 2021 and 2023, respectively. As well as this, they have only lost 4 times in 19 matches since March 2016. Manchester United and Liverpool have been embroiled in some thrilling matches over the years, with both sides suffering the fair share of ecstasy and humiliation. Now, adding to what Satyam was saying about the eras of successes in football enjoyed by both these sides, off the field as well, these clubs were taking successful strides in global popularity, keeping their core values intact. Manchester United, with star players and global icons in their ranks, always held more popular position in the world, despite Liverpool being more successful in Europe. United, with their frequent global outreach programs and sponsorship deals, have made significant inroads in other markets across Europe, Asia and America. But with the latest successes which Liverpool have had under Klopp, they are quickly catching up. The advent of the new media and off-field communications, both Liverpool and Manchester United fight for the ultimate supremacy in global markets and global fan bases as well.
Hey guys, I quickly realized this one thing. Do you guys know the devil is the only differentiator between Liverpool and Manchester United?
That's funny, I guess.
Well, Liverpool is called the Reds and Manchester United is called the Red Devil.
Oh, yeah,
So, of
that's-
course, the devil is the only
Yeah.
differentiator. Well, jokes apart, Manchester United and Liverpool provide one of the fiercest and most competitive rivalries in world football as England's two most successful football clubs. When they battle it out for the top honours each season, supported by hundreds of millions of fans across the globe, these two sides, located 30 miles apart in the northwest of England, share over 100 major trophies. Can you believe this, guys? Every season, at least twice a year, the Premier League is graced with one of these biggest games. Such is the depth and intensity of the rivalry that it is more than just a game for the fans and players. It's a battle of histories, economies, culture, and footballing philosophies. A Manchester United versus Liverpool fixture is not just about the 90 minutes of play. It's an event steeped in tradition and historical context. It's a rivalry that shows no signs of cooling down, as these two giants of English football continue the struggle for supremacy. The manner that ex-players have in-depth talked about their fixtures over the years, their experiences of these fixtures over the years, this was always considered a war. Now, should we conclude with the best combined starting lineup across Premier League era and should we play 4-2-3-1, Samarth?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So for me, in goal, it has to be Peter Schmeichel, one of the most prolific shot stoppers in the modern English Premier League era.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kedar.
What about defense?
I would say Gary Neville.
I would say Patrice Evra.
And for the centre-back positions, I cannot think beyond the defensive duo of Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
I agree too.
And for the left-back, Dennis Irwin.
Irwin.
We almost spoke at the same time, Samar. Defensive midfield, of course, the legends of Paul Scholes and Roy Keane. What do you guys say?
I agree to it, Kedar. And for attacking midfield, let's go with Mo Salah, Steven Gerrard, and the person who became a legend after debuting for Manchester United I guess we already know the name. It should be Cristiano Ronaldo.
And let's do this one thing. Let's say out our striker's name all at once. Should we go at 3?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Fernando
Torres.
Oh, yes. The choice was obvious. And for the subs,
I'll go with Wayne Rooney.
what about you, Samarth?
David Beckham for sure.
Well, I like to give a little bit of credit to Liverpool in their defensive ranks. I'll go with Virgil van Dijk.
Luis Suarez can also be a sub.
Yeah, of course he can be.
Yeah, the biter, right?
Yeah.
And the last pick, Satyam?
I guess let's go with Sadio Mane.
Yeah, the club legend, man.
We got the greatest team here, guys. With this, we conclude our episode of Northwest Derby of Manchester United versus Liverpool. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the rivalry tales of this iconic European football rivalry. Next up, we have the El Clasico. Oh, I can't wait to record that episode, guys.
Well, on that note, tune in next week on the same day, same time for the big one, the El Clasico. If you liked our work on Sport Duels, share, subscribe to our channel and post your comments.
We will connect with you all soon. Happy listening to Sports Duels, Beyond the Scoreboard podcast. And from everyone here, hope you have a good one. Connect with you all soon. Bye-bye from now.
Thank you, guys. Take care.